ready. Start.
Cool. I'm live on YouTube as well.
Oh, no way. We got Tony. What's up, Tony?
To make it.
Oh, that's a picture. That's for the gram. Hold up.
I had like pizza in my mouth, and I was like, I gotta go.
Wait, turn on your camera, Charles. I'm gonna take a picture of all of us. Let's see what's it. All right, ready? We're just gonna take us three. Yeah, that's a good picture. What's up, Tony? How you doing?
Good to see you, man. We're both rocking a black shirt.
Hell yeah.
Man,
now my shirt's fitting a little more snug. Your boys lost some weight. Finally able to fit in the shirt again. Hell yeah.
Increasing the handsome factor. I love it.
That's the goal. Let's see.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. And I'm not even presenting.
I'm excited. All right. So up to you, Mike. Do you want to wait a little bit more? Do more people in, or do you want to just get rock and roll?
Up to you. I don't know the size that you want to get it to, so it's up to you.
We can start. No, I mean, it's going to be recorded anyways. So awesome. Here, I'm going to give you perm so that way you could stream. So 1 second here. Okay, let me know if you could stream. Let me try this. Okay. Are you able to stream?
Yeah, it's streaming on mine too.
No, I'm saying like on like screen share.
Let me see if I can screen share or not.
Tony, I'm so sad you can't go Saturday. I wanted to hang Saturday.
No, man.
What? No.
I know.
My nephew flew in from Florida. We haven't seen him in a year and a half, and I had him going to Hawaii on Tuesday.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, though. Okay, there you go. I think, let me just make sure. Can everyone see that? Yeah, I can see your screen. Can everyone see your screen? Just making sure.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, good to go.
Cool. Well, just getting on here today to talk really quick about getting AI into your business. Everyone here is usually probably doing like OA or RA, and we don't realize how much time admin takes until we start to quantify it. So I quantify admin as anything that's not like buying or sourcing. So if you look at across your week and you say like, hey, how much time am I spending on stuff that's not buying or sourcing, is probably you're looking at discrepancies in shipments. You're probably looking at repricing. You're probably looking at your actual ledger. Did anything get canceled? Did it come in or not? And so basically I was working 6 hours a day trying to like get everything together. And I was like, I don't have enough time. It's either get a VA or use AI. And I decided on AI because it was going to be cheaper. And I basically took my hours down to about half an hour to an hour a day. Today, it took me about half an hour to get all my admin done. And I spent about $800 in product, and that took me another half an hour. It was just a couple of reorders that it let me know right here. So it's pretty cool. And so I'm going to share it with anyone that is kind of interested in it. Before I go on, just so I kind of get like a vibe of the room, is everyone using AI already, or is everyone kind of like new to it?
Yeah, using AI.
Yeah. What are you using, Santi?
So right now, using a lot of Claude, a lot of ChatGPT, but like a lot of Claude.
Yeah. What do you use it for?
So right now, we're actually developing something like this for my own like kind of business. Because I have an employee, like an admin guy who specializes in like coding and stuff. So he's kind of working on creating that. And like I've already kind of showed like a little idea and like stuff like videos to Matt. So like we created it like this ASIN like that you just put any ASIN in there and it'll automatically go and tell you if it, like what the score is. Like it'll grade it for you. So it's like an auto grader. Like we're doing a lot of little cool things. So then it's gonna be out for the community, anybody to use. So working on that.
Awesome. So it's more on the sourcing side?
Sourcing for sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I focus mostly on the admin side, which is the back end stuff. So as we know, there's only like 3 constraints that you're going to have in OA and RA, which is it's going to be your time, capital, and sourcing, right? Santi's focusing on the sourcing. You got your capital, you got your admin. I focus on the admin because I think it really takes care of the other ones, and I'll explain why. Once you take care of the admin, basically it includes repricing, doing everything that you need to do on the back end. It gives you back so much time that the only thing that you should really be doing is a little bit of sourcing and buying. Buying is the last human like lever that we'll be pulling. If you have a VA and like an AI, like buying is the last thing. And honestly, there's going to be a point where you're going to get your VA to do it and you're going to be hands off. And so the reason why we like hang out with admin is because, or at least I focus on it, is because I can get you more capital with admin without even applying for new credit cards or even getting more money. And how do you do that? You actually start to track all your KPIs. And the biggest one that we focus on is getting your cashback period down. So Santi, do you know like how long it takes you to get your cashback? Like from the moment you spend on an item, when do you get that return on investment in your bank account? Looks like Santi maybe dropped.
Oh, I was muted. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry, what was the question again? I replied, but what was the question?
Yeah. How long does it take you to get your money back?
Yeah, so it depends on the product. So it like most of my products right now, it's between like it could be as quick as 2 weeks, but like I would say average like 2 months, and then I have one product that's like a slower mover, so it's taking like 2.5, almost 3 months to liquidate.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna keep talking to you because it feels weird to just give a presentation for an hour. So I'm just gonna kind of use you as
okay, that's
fair.
Like, just it
makes it, I think, a little more interesting for me, maybe, and for everyone else. But 2 months is really quick. So you're telling me that when you buy something and it goes into Amazon FBA, within 2 months, the money is back in your account.
Yeah, but I will say I have like I have some decent ungates that like I'm leveraging right now. So it's just I'm kind of printing off of a like Ryobi and stuff like that, and like so I can't really it comes back quick, which is nice.
Yeah, that's awesome, which is really good. Most people don't know what their payback period is. So the problem is that when you're from 0 to 5K in revenue, you're just focusing on sourcing. You're like, hey man, I just need some leads. I just need to buy. I need to get some money. Once you get to 10K, you're like, okay, this is going good. I'm finding that I'm not able to pay off my credit card at the end of the month, which is weird because I see all this revenue, I see all this profit. And then you start to realize, and I have a lot of ASINs, I have a lot of research. You get to 15 or 20K, and that's when you're like, okay, I need help. And that's where people usually go for VAs. So the solution that I came up with was this. And basically what you do is that you look on the left and you have a bunch of tabs that all give you their own like information. But basically the whole idea is that anything that you have to like do as a seller just comes up over here. So if you have something with account health, you click on it, boom. I already did the one that was for today, so it's marked done. But basically, you have an IP strike, you have a Section 3, you have whatever. You go in here, you click it, opens it up for you, you resolve it. Takes a minute or two because you already know where the invoices are. You have 3 reorders. All right, you go. Let's see, what are those reorders? Okay, boom, boom. Okay, the demand is 2,000 for this one. Supply is 1,500. 17 sold. Runway is 12 days of stock that I have left. All right, let's go ahead and look at the details. And it gives you all the details. How many have I sold by the time that I get my credit card statement back? So it gives you everything you need.
Okay, that's awesome. Wait, slow down. Let me see a little bit. It says you own Amazon Hold, so it gives you all the when you run out, order by 18 days late. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yep. So the whole idea is that this AI should not be thinking for you. That's how AI slop comes out. But it should be giving you absolutely all the information that you need so that you can make the best decision based on your judgment. So the whole idea of this is like, hey, do I want to reorder this? Well, You don't have to go and see, hey, on the 19th and the 18th, I was selling it and I was getting a profit of $1 or $2 every single time it sold. Okay, so it's been going pretty well. At what price? Okay, could I get it for that price again? All right, let's go ahead and open it up. Right here is the link. Let's go see it. So when you have everything available to you like that quick, that's when you can get it done really quick. Then you have, if anything is stranded. I have a special like camera mode on, so if it doesn't make sense, that's why. But like if I want to reprice, okay, how are we going to reprice? Why do we want to reprice it? You press Y, tells you all your stuff. So you basically just go through all of these. And then if you really want to like dive in deep, that's when you can, for example, go into your P&L. And you can look at it's basically a seller board like replacement. So you can look at everything. And the really cool thing, you can see like what are your best wins, what are your best losses. And the really cool thing about this is not that it's a software, it's that it's customizable because it's Claude. So all you have to do really is speak a sentence into Claude and say, hey, I would like to change the profit tile and I would like it to say this and this instead. And it changes it for you.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to teach with people for AI, it's not, hey, here's my software or here's your software, is that here's the base. Everyone is going to have their own and everyone's going to make it better and better according to their needs.
Yeah.
Another one that's really cool is your life cycle. So basically I got to a point, as a lot of like sellers that are doing probably like 7 figures and above get to, which is where's all my shit? Where are all my items? And so we know that every single item in OA goes through a specific checkpoint. You buy it, it gets delivered to the prep center. The prep center receives it. It then gets shipped to Amazon. Amazon checks it in, then becomes Prime eligible. Then it's sold, then it's dispersed, and then it comes to your bank. So that's why when I ask people like, hey, like, what's your payback period? I know exactly where my payback period is, down to like the day, to the penny. And like, it's
That's
important.
awesome.
Yeah, and it's important because if you go from a 90-day payback period where you buy something and 90 days later you get your profit back and you shorten that down to 30 days, you just tripled your profit.
Yeah.
You just tripled your profit with one KPI and you didn't have to get better ROI and you didn't have to get better margin. You didn't have to spend more money. All you had to do was stop overstocking of stuff that's not selling and only sell stuff that like immediately like sells out.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see like, hey, like where's all my money? And if anything gets stuck over here, by the way, there's like a little like stuck section that says, hey, I'm stuck that shipped to Amazon. What's going on? You click on it, boom, tells you what it is, gives you the alert. So as you can see, the whole idea here is like, I shouldn't have to go look for problems. Yeah. They should be served on a silver platter to me and I can action on them very quickly. Then you got your repricer. Something I found out about repricing is in Amazon as OA and RA sellers, there's only so many actions you can really do. You have about 20 different actions that you can do, give or take, but there's not much. Like, for example, when something Prime checks into like Amazon, there's only 2 things you can do. You either price it up or you price it down with a third bonus of getting it back to you. That's it. That's all you can do. So why would you like to price it up? To make more money if you can. Why would you like to price it down? Because you're not going to be able to get your money back to pay off your statements. Mm-hmm. The KPI of cashback is so important. So when you go into here and your reprice will tell you, hey, where are you losing money? Where's cash stuck? Hey, this is the pace that it should be selling at to get your money back. It's not selling at that pace, buddy. You need to start pricing down. So it's telling you need to price down. It is not selling. If you need to lose money, but you need to get your money back. Then if you could charge more, it's going to be there. And then anything that's late is right here. So it's like, hey, this stuff is coming in late. You have $3,000 in late. You bought it 129 days ago. You need to price down. Then you got your capital, which tells you your sales, tells you how much your actual cash flow is. You could be profitable and cash flow negative. A lot of big companies like Uber and Amazon are like that, where like they're making tons of money, but they're overspending to be able to scale aggressively. And that happens to a lot of OA sellers because we have such thin margins. And then what's your buying pace? For every dollar that you get back, how much are you putting in? 1-to-1 means that you are going to sustain your level of sales. If you go below $1, it means you're getting back more money than you're investing, and your cash flow is going to go up, but your next couple of months are going to suffer. If you reinvest over $1, then you're going to scale too aggressively, which is fine. It just depends on what your cash flow metrics are. And so it tells you here what's your buying pace, if you have a goal, if your credit card floating. I use credit cards to float, so I do 4 for the month. Have never heard of anyone doing 8 or something like that, and really like staggering it. 4 is the most that I've heard.
Tony has like 30. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he has one for each day of the week or day of the month. But yeah, anyway, you go in here and you say, okay, today's the 20th. What should I be spending? Okay, we should go on the BBP card because I have 49 days of float. If that one doesn't let me because it's like, hey, you hit your ceiling, cool. What's the next one? The next one with the most float is this one. And the next one is this one. The next one is this one. So you should never be asking, like, which one should I use? How many points do I have in each? Have I reached the amount of points that I need to get for that year when I opened up that card? Everything is tracked. Here you can go through different scenarios. If you're like, hey, so if I were to increase my capital, how much more cash flow would I get if I got less of a salary and a bigger ROI? So you can start actually like seeing how to reverse engineer your goals. You go down here, it's like, hey, how much did I spend each month versus how much cash flow did I get back? So all of this is just what's going on with my business. Like, what was my net cash for every single month? What was my ROI? What was my margin? How much did Amazon pay? How much did I buy? What is my actual personal? Because a lot of people that are doing this full time don't factor in their personal spending into cash flow. Like, you are now the business. Mm-hmm. Then you got your prep center. And I'm going kind of fast just because I want to give kind of like a really
really quick. Because so this is amazing. But first, I guess first question then. Let's say that you're working on the floating aspect of it, right? Like we're talking about like 4 different cards. For anybody who is watching this, I know what float is, but for anybody who is watching this later, and because I have a lot of new people that are watching this and like watching the content. So can you explain what floating the credit card means and like how you're leveraging that specifically?
Yeah. So leveraging float is basically, we know that your statement cycle usually, and what's a statement cycle? Your credit cards allow you to spend money in a 30-day window. After that 30-day, imagine February 1st to the end of the month. At the end of that month, they will say, okay, everything that is spent in these 30 days, we will give you 25 days to pay it back. Because if you had to, it'd be ridiculous if it was like, hey, the day after the statement ends, you need to pay everything back. It's like, that's not enough time. So usually it gives you about 24 to 25 days. So the whole idea is that if you spend it at the very beginning of that statement cycle, you have 45 to 55 days to pay it back. So you get you're borrowing money and you want to wait as long as possible to pay back your money. Because, for example, if your payback period was, I don't know, 7 days, and the bank says you need to pay me back everything in 7 days, and you spent $10,000 today on inventory, and it takes you 9 months or 3 months to sell, you're not going to be able to pay them back. You're going to get interest charged. Yep. So we put one credit card and on every single week of the month. That way, every single week of the month, you only spend on a credit card whose first week is of that statement cycle.
Perfect. That is awesome. All right, you can continue. Yeah, I just want to make sure, like I said, that I want to, anything like people might not know that are watching, we like highlight a little bit. But yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, please interrupt. I'm going through it quick just so everyone kind of gets a lay of the land, and then we can go deep. But please interrupt me at any time.
Yeah, and it's good for you because we could give you this is content for you. Like you can upload the little snippets later. So that's good. All right, keep going. You're doing great.
Yeah. So we got the prep center. Why is this important for anyone? Especially Tony, who's doing like a lot of units, you realize you're like, what is going on? What's arrived at the prep center? What hasn't? How much money do I have on the way? This answers everything. How many orders are on the way? What is the cost? How many units? Did all of them actually get to the prep center? Nothing's arriving. Okay, let's go ahead and check it out. What has arrived? Okay, cool. There's a discrepancy. Go ahead and click on it. It opens it up on Amazon Seller Central. And the cool thing about this is that if you don't like this layout, remember, it's not a software that you pay for. You pay $20 to $100 a month for Claude, and that's it. That is the software. Like, once you start to get into LLMs, you are going to try. I have someone that was helping.
Quick pause.
Yeah.
So for anybody who's watching, why did you say 20 to 100 specifically?
Yeah. So Claude comes in 3 different tiers. It comes in $20 a month, $100 a month, and $200 a month. And the higher you pay, the more usage you get, which means the more tokens you can basically spend. Most people are fine with 20. If you find that you are running out and you're going heavy, then you just upgrade.
Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, this is all like you can change it to whatever you want. Then you got your payback period. This number that we're obsessing with. I know exactly how long every single one of my items is taking, which ones are taking too long and I should price down, which ones are doing okay before they get to this little red mark. Ooh, these are not doing good. Start to get them off. And I can know for the last 90 days, last 60 days, last 30 days, and it'll tell me all of it. It's such an important metric. I'm telling you, as soon as you solve your payback period, you're gonna be like, everything's gonna get better. Then you got your bottom line. Where's all my money? Have you ever looked at your bank accounts and be like, dude, I'm $30,000 in debt, and I don't know where my money is. This will tell you. $47,000 of it is at Amazon. 6K is at the prep center. 6K is on the way to Amazon. 34K is in the bank. Some of it is still reserved. Then you got your ungating. Why did it get denied? Let's go ahead and retry it. This is really good for like VAs. Then you got your claims for your
Wait,
shipment.
show me that again. That's cool. Show me that one.
Yep. Here you got your Amazon ungating. So basically, every time you try to do a ungating, it'll log it down, and you can go ahead and retry it. That way, you're not always retrying with the same thing, and you get to learn from what you're using to retry it.
Okay, that's kind of big. Yeah, because I have my VA doing gate, so I actually like that. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. That way you're able to kind of categorize it a little bit. Like, hey, how many? The whole point of this too is that if you have a VA, you no longer have to. Did this get done? Did this get done? Did this get done? No, you just come up here and be like, okay, we were denied 4 times. Okay, so I saw that they attempted it. Mm-hmm. Like, then you got your claims.
So actually, that opens up another question. Then, so is it possible to with this that the VA has like a that you give them an access? You know what I mean?
Yep. You can either give them access to this, or you can give them access to one that you only want them to use.
Wow. Okay. So you can make like a custom one, so that way, like for ungates or like even like the Google Sheets, like the leads, put it on there. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So like you can just put everything into one. Wow, that's really good.
Yeah. And guess how much coding I did for all this?
How much?
0. I don't know how to code. This was all through speaking language. I literally put on the microphone and I say, hey, Claude, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? And it just builds all of it.
That's amazing.
Then you got your claims, which is
got a question from somebody actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
King Charlesation says, Amazon fees in there, shipping too?
Yep. So we connected to the Amazon API. So anything that you can see through Amazon Seller Central, Claude can pull because it has the Amazon API.
That's awesome. Keep going. You're doing good. Cooking.
Cool. So then we got the claims. You can so like if you have like you ship 65, they only receive 51, you can go ahead and copy the claim packet and then open the shipment, paste it in, boom, you're done. Then you got my ASINs, which is like, hey, I just want to know about my ASINs. How many are on the way? What's going on? Kind of gives you a lay of the land. And one of my personal favorites is the buys. This is really, really helpful if you have VAs. So any questions before this? Because this one's going to be good.
I'm loving this so far. Oh, wait, actually, we got a question from the Modern Zoo on YouTube. Is this integrated into Seller Central, or is it pulling through Claude on Chrome, basically browsing Seller Central itself?
No, good question. It is pulling automatically from Amazon. So it is not going through a browser. It's using the API. An API is basically a key that a software company or a business creates for people like us to use, which is saying like, hey, you can kind of come in through the back door, and here's the menu, and here's everything you can grab. You can pull information, you can do stuff. It's public access. So that way we don't have to use Claude and Chrome or computer use.
Cooking. That's awesome.
Cool. So if you are with your VA and you're like, or if you don't have a VA I don't have one yet. So if you're like, hey, I need to organize myself with the buying, we just went through all the admin. This is now sourcing. This is going to be the big one. If you're like, I need help sourcing, this is going to help you. I promise you. I've literally already helped people like double their revenue with this. Time-based. If you know you are going to get cancels and you want to only order them once a week, once a month, once a year, one every single day, you put it here. You say, hey, I want to be reminded every single day or every single week or on this time of the month. It will go there. Reorders.
That's awesome. Wow. Sorry. That's
no,
so
thank
cool.
you. I'm glad you
That's
like
so
it.
Cool. That's so cool.
I appreciate it.
Wait, really quick before you continue.
Yeah,
question that actually pertains to the first part.
Sure.
Do they let you use the API keys for free from the Modern Zoo?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's cooking. And then we have Nick Toon that says this guy knows ball. Okay, we'd love to see it.
Thanks, bro.
All right, keep going. Yeah, that's awesome. I love the time-based one, dude.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Because like nothing about Amazon OA is hard once you know how to do it. The complication is that there's 1,000 moving parts, and you have to be able to spin 1,000 different plates. That's where the complexity comes from. And so that's why no one has ever made an Amazon online arbitrage or RI software, if you've noticed. Like no one's made a huge one that like everything you'll ever need is from one software because it's so complex. Mm-hmm. So we got your time-based ones. You got your reorders. Hey, cool. I know that the demand is 2,000. Stock is 1,072. There's 67 sellers. Cool. Let's look at the details. All right. Sounds good. Yep. Let's go ahead. And as you notice, this looks eerily familiar to the one in the Today FBA tab. It's because it's the exact same one. Instead of having to go to all the tabs, I just do everything. That's how I get everything done in half an hour to an hour. Here you can see, okay, 67, 22 units. Okay, let's look at the details. You start to look at everything. So that's your reorders. And again, by the way, if you use this, it's not based on my filters if you don't want them. You get to tell Claude what your filters for reordering. Do you like high velocity, low margin ones? Do you like low velocity, high margin? Up to you. Are we getting any sales? It will read your Gmail. For your alerts, I have hundreds of keep alerts. I just bought literally, I think like about $2,000 worth this week because I got an alert saying, hey, by the way, you know this product that you saw like 5 months ago? It's profitable now. Sounds good. Okay. You got new buys. If you and your VA ever come across any that you don't buy in the moment and you put on an Excel sheet. You got on the way. Hey, I don't know what's on the way to Amazon. Can we go ahead and look? This is you and your VA being able to say like, okay, this is everything that's on the way. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Then you got your auto ship. So for any sellers in here that love to go for those $40 to $50 profit units, and you can only get so many on one email account, this is how you take care of it. You have your auto ships here. This is how you manage all of them. So if you have, I don't know, you know which ones I'm talking about. If you have
Nikes.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever you want. If you have it here and you're like, hey, I have like 10 different email addresses, 10 different accounts, you put them all in here. You see how many you've ordered with each of your email accounts and how many are on the way on each different email account. That way you can go up to 100, but you keep everything in line. Then there's the very last part. We got the storefront stalking. Nice. So the cool thing about the storefront stalking is I haven't seen anyone else do it like this because we know we have two different ways of sourcing on Amazon. We have starting within Amazon where we look at the stuff like through Keepa. We look at listings on Amazon and we try to find it elsewhere, or we look elsewhere and then we try to find it on Amazon. The elsewhere one is where you scrape data. The inside Amazon one is where you use Keepa and storefront stalking. I prefer the one that's inside. It's just a little bit easier. So what I do is I put a seed listing. Think about your best ASIN. That's OA. The best ASIN that's like, dude, this was amazing. Everyone that gets on knows what a good listing is. Cool. I give that listing to Claude and I say, I want you to storefront stock every single person that's on this listing. And every single person that's going to get on and anyone that's on it, I also want you to let me know if they put anything else that's new. And you're like, well, Michael, that's a lot. That's a lot of ASINs. It's true. But the good thing is that once you say you don't want to buy it and you say not buying and you say why, it will never bring it up again. Or if you buy it, it won't bring it up again. Now it only goes to reorders. Wow. So basically you have, in theory and in practicality, you have a list of you from that one ASIN, you have a constant influx and flow of ASINs coming in from only online arbitrage people or RA, depending on what listing you choose, that is never ending because new people are always coming in with new stuff. And how do you make sure that there's no fluff? You put your filters. For example, I will never let anything that's below 50 a month. Some people are like, oh, I don't mind. I don't like it. So I just go, okay, this one's 2,000 a month with 1,000 in stock. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That means that they can't keep up with demand. It means there's a lot of people coming in. Cool. Let's go ahead and check it out. But I will say that one of the people has 63% of the buy box. Ooh, that's a little big. So you can right away just even see it from outside. You click on Amazon, open it up, and there you go. So that's pretty much everything. Down here is just my other like personal stuff for like FBA and YouTube and stuff. But that's it, man. That's it.
That is awesome.
Thanks, man. I will. I'll stop sharing my screen, but I will show you guys really quick a map of how this actually works in practicality for anyone's like, so how does it work with the actual like with the actual APIs? So you can get a little bit of the map.
Tony, no questions? This is the most quiet I've seen you. You just starstruck?
I'm starstruck, man. I've muted myself so I didn't like be silly.
No questions.
Awesome, right?
No questions from Tony because he's already in the sauce. Me and Tony talk quite a bit about this. He's in the in. He knows.
Oh, he knows.
He knows. He knows. He
I
already
love all
has
this nerdy stuff.
Yeah. He's very far advanced on it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. By the way, this wouldn't have been possible without Tony. So Tony, big shout out. I really appreciate it, man.
I feel the same way about you. This is nuts.
And then we got school. So everyone see my screen still?
Yep.
Cool. So this is inside the school community that I have. You can check it out after the call if you want. But basically the way that it works is, think about it this way. How do you go get your information for your business? You usually go to Amazon, right? You go to your Gmail because your Gmail is the only place where if it's canceled, what gift cards did you use? Did it get delivered? All these things, without going into each one of the websites, all appear in your Gmail. What about your bank stuff, your cashback, your Keepa, your prep center? So what we do is that we get the APIs for every single one or their respective ways to like log in. With Gmail, we create an app, but we get all the APIs and we have Claude at 3 a.m. or whenever. I like to put it at 3 a.m. That way it can take its sweet time. By the time I'm up, if it took 4 hours, it took 4 hours. But the agent goes ahead and grabs all of this information and puts into Google Sheets for you. And it just dumps it in there.
Wow.
And what's cool is that once it dumps into those Google Sheets, that's when your dashboard reads off of those Google Sheets. That's what we were just seeing. What you were just seeing was this final piece right here. Is the command center.
Okay, wow. So it just it puts everything in the Google Sheets and it translates the data from the Google Sheets onto a nicer interface UI. So it's
exactly because no one wants to read off of an Excel. All this stuff that I'm showing you, by the way, in those tabs, comes from an Excel sheet.
That makes sense. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So basically, we have GitHub. GitHub is where we keep all the instructions for the AI agents. It's just easier that way. And then we have a Chrome extension, which is how we log all our. So I'm able to buy something in like record time. If you gave me something to buy, I'd be like, okay, I'll go ahead and buy it. And this is how I log it. I open up my Chrome extension, which by the way, I created and I give in the school course, but you can create your own Chrome extension with anything that you want. So I put the ASIN. This reads off of the actual confirmation page, puts the bulk order, puts the retailer, thinks it's school, right? Already like read it off. You put the source link, so anytime you or the VA has to buy it again, you already know it, and you go ahead and log it. If you need to say it was a test buy, you can go ahead and say it was a test buy. If you want to say, remind me to buy it again, how often?
Cool.
This goes into your thing. Yeah. Then when you want to say, hey, actually, I bought 2 ASINs in this confirmation. All right, let's do another one.
Yeah.
For my beautiful FBM Crayola people that buy 500 units of one SKU, but then do different multi-packs, you can put bulk buy. What does that mean? You basically say, hey, I don't know what ASINs this is going to turn into, but I know I bought 300 units. So all you do is hit bulk buy. You tell it what it is. You say the quantity, and it will literally subtract it. Once you sell them, it will subtract it from that bulk of 300. So it'll slowly go down.
It says, we got a question actually. Question from Michael. How many extra hours a week is AI actually giving you back?
A lot. For admin, I honestly, this was from a pain point. Like I was like, I can't keep doing this. I went from admin side 6 to 8 hours a day to about half an hour to an hour a day. Because I define anything that is admin, which is not sourcing or buying. Anything that is not sourcing or buying is admin. So this allows me to pay off my credit cards in time. It allows me to tell my prep center what's going on. So yeah, that's how much time it saves me. Usually anyone that I help with this usually saves about half of their time. People don't even like track their time. Like when I ask someone like, hey, what is your admin time? People are like, well, I don't know. Once they track it, usually it's about maybe 15 to 20 hours a week. They usually cut it in half. But I will say this, if you are new to AI, it will increase at the beginning because it's almost like a new language for you.
Yeah.
So you're going to be spending more time, like if you had a new employee that's supposed to help you, to reduce the amount of time that you have as a CEO, you have to train them first. So you're probably going to have to over-index on time at the beginning and slowly let off. So at the beginning, I would say you're going to spend more time, but the wins are very quick. So like one of the first things that I help you out with is we just connect your Amazon API. And we say, okay, cool. Now that you have your Amazon API with Claude, if you have any questions about what's sold at what price and what's going on, you can type it in and it will tell you.
Wow. That's super cool. Yeah, you cooked on this one, let me tell you.
Thanks. So the reason why we use, just really quick, the reason why we use Google Sheets, by the way, is because everything works in the cloud. So if anyone's like, but do I need to use Google Sheets? You don't have to. All of this is replaceable, but you need to use something in the cloud because we do it while we sleep. If you want to do it manually, me and Tony were talking about this, you technically don't have to use Google Sheets. You just need to use a ledger somewhere.
So actually, question, because you mentioned the prep center. So let's say that you're working with multiple prep centers. It logs exactly which prep center it's at?
Yep. Because when you buy something, it tells you what address you're sending it to. So when you tell Claude, this Oregon address is this prep center and this Delaware address is this prep center, it logs it in for you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
And also, because I don't know if you mentioned it earlier, but another big thing that I really liked was the credit card thing that you mentioned the other day on the call and the gift card one. Maybe you could talk a little bit about those because I think those were amazing features.
Yeah. What part of the gift card?
I was more focused on like the credit card side, but keeping track of your gift cards is important. Like I last call, remember I found $700 of Home Depot gift cards that I didn't even know I had. So that was awesome. I just bought some Ryobi and just made money on that. So but yeah, something like that is awesome to keep track of. And I know I should have been keeping track of it, but that's something that for sure I think cloud would help.
Yeah, let me. I'm bringing up right now my my Excel sheet, and I'm trying not to show anything too big, but I'm going to show you right now. Let's see. Cool. So I'll go ahead and share my screen.
Oh, we got another question. So,
sure.
Let's see. Oh, I love how active the YouTube channel is. Great stuff. So out of every AI model out there right now, which one is actually the best for your business?
The best one right now is Claude because it has the best coding as of the moment. It's the leading one. But if you use something else, like great. Like I use OpenAI for some stuff. I use Claude for others. Right now, it's just really hard to beat Claude Code with Fable. It's really tough. I know there's some Chinese models that are coming out like Kimi. You got Gemini, but right now, honestly, 9 out of 10 experts will tell you Claude.
How about DeepSeek? Do you like that one or no?
I don't use DeepSeek.
Okay.
I haven't used it.
Interesting.
But yeah, I recommend Claude. It's just right now it's the leading LLM.
Well, Tony wants to say something. What do you want to say, Tony?
I'm Team Claude Code all the way. Heck yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. And no, I think that the LLM world is very subjective to people jumping ship. As soon as another LLM will do better, like people will jump. There's no like deep rooted camaraderie in LLMs. So as soon as there's a better one, I'll let you know. The best one that I've seen right now is Claude.
That's awesome. And actually, another question is talking, let's say, about real estate, right? Let's say how would somebody be able to leverage something like this for real estate?
Yeah, that's a good question. So think about it this way. The things that AI is going to help you with is anything online that is a repetitive task. So what I would do if I were in real estate, I would say, okay, what do I need to do right now? Do I need to look at listings? Do I need to reach out to anyone? That can all be automated based on filters. Think about when you're looking for different listings of different appraisal or different houses or like sending stuff out, you're doing the same stuff every single time. You kind of have a couple of filters that you use and you do it. So what I would do if I were you, if I was in real estate, and I don't know what kind of real estate you're in or what your business plan is, but I would say that I would get onto Claude or OpenAI, whatever. I would recommend Claude. And I would say, hey, I am a real estate agent. This is my sort of business. This is what I do. I would really like to automate some of this. What would you recommend? That's literally how easy it is at this point. That's why I don't like when people try to do like I guess presentations and say, let's look at all the skills and markdown files and MCPs and connectors and routines and environmental variables and the keys. It's like, dude, chill. At this point, we can just talk to it. If you need to do that later, you can. But for right now, like if you're just starting out, just get onto the LLM and say, literally with your words, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you help me out? And it will help you out.
And yeah, the question was because there's somebody in the chat that was that I know him, that he's getting into real estate, so I knew that I told him specifically hop on this call for AI because he doesn't do Amazon at all, but he just loves the idea of using and leveraging AI, and I think it's something you can leverage, especially like to like filter out leads or like what's the word I'm looking for, like refine ads and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff there. And just like you said, it's just talking to it. Like, hey, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What do I do next? Kind of thing. So it's awesome.
Yeah. And I would ask your friend, I would say, like, what are the actions that you perform every single day? Mm-hmm. Do you actually make the actual like listings for the properties? Claude can help you do that. And if you want to use something that's a little bit more like video generator, you can use Higgsfield, which is an aggregator of different like renderings of AIs that do like image generation. Like you can do any of it. I wouldn't what I would advise you to do is not to think, hey, it's going to do my job, but it's going to think like, hey, if I have to do 12 actions every single day and it takes me 12 hours every single day to do it, it's probably going to give me back half an hour in each, and it can drop my time from, I still need to do it myself, but instead of taking 12 hours, it will take me 6 hours to do. It's just like instead of trying to think like it's going to replace your arm, think that you still have your arm, but you now have like an exoskeleton glove on it, which allows you to punch harder.
That's awesome. I love that. All right.
And if you have do you see my screen right now?
Yeah, the FBA.
Yeah. So this is my actual my actual ledger. So if you see right here and you see that this is crossed out, that's Claude going in and saying like, hey, this was canceled. Let's go ahead and cross it out. Then you got your unused gift cards down here. You got buy now. You got daily checklist. It's like everything's already done by Claude. And so one of the things that I really, really tell people to do is have a good ledger. And what is a ledger? It's basically, what did you buy? For how much? Where to go? What's a multi-pack? When people start using AI, there's two really big time sinks for everyone that you need to see coming. One is when you install. The second you have to install everything, your Keepa, your APIs, all this stuff, you're going to be like, oh, this is taking a couple hours. Yes, it's a one-time trade. Once you get this all up and running, it'll be good. The second biggest time sink is getting all your shitty data, because no one has it good. I didn't have it good. No one has it good. And putting it into your new Google Sheets. And what do I mean by shitty data? Was it a multi-pack? Did this landed cost include your prep center fee? Did it include your inbound cost? Did it include your cashback? Did it include your gift cards? And so once you migrate everything over to your new sheets, that's what takes the longest, then you'll be good to go.
Oh, we got a question.
Yeah.
Can you see it now? Like, I put it on stage. You see the questions?
Yeah. Can you open Claude and give several?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
because I didn't know it. Okay, cool. I didn't know I could do that. I love these questions. Now, for anybody who is watching and is interested, like, because you mentioned your school program and everything, how much is that, and how do people go about applying and getting in there?
Yeah, for sure. I can put the link in the actual chat. But it's a school community where I basically teach you how to use Claude. It's pretty new. It's 2 weeks old, but have a couple people in there, slowly trying to grow it. And it's $107 a month, 7-day free trial if you want to join, or you can work one-on-one with me for people that just are like, hey man, I don't want to do it myself, just do it for me. So you kind of have those two. And so within the community, we kind of like share ideas. I kind of show you exactly what I built. You get every single thing that I'm using.
And so, like, let's say you want to do the done for you option. How much would that be?
That's going to be depending on how big the project is, but it's going to be 2K and above.
Okay, that's smart.
Yeah, just because I spend hours with you every single day, like doing it with you, and anything below that, like, it's just not worth my time. I just can't do it. Yeah. Usually people book me for that if they're like, dude, I'm at like $1 to $2 million a year, and like, I need your help now. I don't need this to take a month. I need it now. And if you can take your time, then I give you 3 options. You can watch my free YouTube stuff where I explain all of this, Instagram stuff. You can join the school community, or you can work with me one-on-one.
Perfect. And all of the links will be in the description section below.
Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Charles, can you kind of let me know, like what are you interested in seeing? Just so I know where to aim this at.
You said just basic.
Yeah. So this is going to be your Claude Code screen. You have home here. I just tell everyone to go to Claude Code. It's going to look a little intimidating at first, but it's really easy, I promise. I usually go down here. You have your models. You can use Fable 5, Opus, Sonnet, or Haiku. The normal one is just Opus. If you want to use the biggest one that uses the most users, that's the smartest, you can go to Fable 5. And usually you just go to local. You choose a folder on your computer because it needs to work out of a folder. You can always use the cloud, but I recommend that if you're doing stuff in your computer, you do that. And then here you basically can ask anything. So at this point, if you have your Amazon API up, you can say like, I don't know, like, I can like speak into it and say, hey, I'm currently recording a video to show people how to use Claude to build dashboards for their Amazon businesses. Can you tell me what APIs we have access to that they could have access to as well? Cool. That was an easy one. You have Google Sheets, Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Amazon API, Keepa. Cool. Let's do something a little bit harder. Awesome. Can you give me like an example of like an artifact or a dashboard, like a mock-up of someone that's an Amazon OA seller and what kind of KPIs and metrics they would like? Can you give me 3 different renderings so I can choose from them?
And for anybody who is interested in how he's like talking, Whisper Flow goes crazy.
I do like Whisper Flow, but actually there's already a microphone in Claude. You can press and hold it down here.
Oh,
yeah.
That's sick.
They're very quick. They're almost like a startup, like releasing stuff really quickly. Yeah, I don't really type anymore. I just speak because it's easier and it's faster. I think that one of the things that if you're already using Claude and you're finding it a little tedious, and I guess that it like snaps back at you a little bit, and that like sometimes it tells you too much jargon. The things that have helped me is I tell it like, hey, respond to me as if I was like a 6th grade reading level with bullet points, and it'll make it sure it's like sharper. Or I'll say like, hey, I simply don't understand. Can you use analogies to explain this in like 3 sentences? Because I'm not understanding. And you slowly get better and better and better. I'll give you a kind of an example as this is creating it. But basically, I have a friend that I helped with this. And so he messages me every now and then saying like, hey, this is not working. What's going on with this? And I go, okay, cool. What is the problem? And he says, well, I don't know what the problem is. And he just sends me a screenshot of the screen and this huge paragraph that Opus 5 sent back saying, well, you're this tool in your Python. I'm like, got it. So you don't know what the problem is. How will I know what the problem is? He's like, well, okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Ask it. Say, hey, I'm not understanding, Claude. What is the actual problem? And once it actually explains it to him, my friend goes, oh, I guess now I know what's going on. It's like, yeah. And so I think a lot of my background comes from Amazon. I used to work in the Amazon fulfillment center. I was in operations for 3 years and then a business analyst. And so in Amazon operations, I was actually the inbound manager for a long time. For your
you're the ops manager. Okay, the red vest.
Yep. Well, in mine they had black vests.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah. I was in Chicago and Markham, but basically at Amazon, you have a KPI for absolutely everything, and it's very accurate. So I basically just translate that to here, because as soon as you know your metrics and you know your numbers, anything is possible. If you don't know the story, you don't know the why, you need to go 5 layers deeper. But yeah, so it's starting to go ahead and publish some stuff. I asked it to do 3 of them. So it's going to keep going with the other ones, but this is an OA dashboard look. Basically, it's saying night ops. Oh, here are all 3 options. Cool. So Charles, if you're like, okay, I want to make one like Michael. Which one do I like? I don't really like that one. I don't like that one. I think this one's the best. I like this scoreboard one. Okay, cool. Once it finishes, done. Here are your 3. Great. Hey, I'm really liking this, the 3rd one scoreboard. It's really cool. Can you go ahead and like make a full mock-up of what it would look like? I want you to make it like super simple, but I really want it to drive results and have important KPIs. I want to make sure I can click around and that's interactive and that it really helps me reach my goals. I want to make a lot of money. And I want to have a good payback period. And I want to have high net and high margin. And I want
a foot rub.
Yeah. And I don't want you to make any mistakes. Now, this is not the actual dashboard itself, right? Because we host ours on Google Sheets, but this is like the mock-up. This is the whole the whole front end of it. So cool, scoreboard it is. I'll build a full interactive version, clickable KPI cards that swap the trend chart, hover tooltips, an edible profit goal, expendable school rows, and tap to complete. So I think this is going to be really cool. But I think what I've been harping on this whole time is that it's really cool, but like, is that it? Like, this is only supposed to help you become a better operator. This is supposed to help you do a better job. Don't think that this is going to do your job for you. You need to still know what's kind of going on, but you don't need to code. I haven't coded a single thing yet.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I'm actually signing up for it now. So
Awesome.
the $100 a month, that should be good enough, right? For like my size right now.
Yeah. You can always start. Listen, if you want to start with a 20, do the 20. As soon as you run out of usage, you can upgrade to the 100 if you want. But if you want to go for the 100, go for the 100. It depends how much you're going to build, Santi. If you're like, dude, I'm going in all in, you might want to do the 100. If you're like, hey, I just kind of want to mess around.
Yeah, because my guy, he does all the AI stuff, but I also don't want to be an AI idiot, so I want to like be able to code myself. So like, because he does all my coding. Like he created like a full thing, like this whole video, like this whole clip, like this whole call. He created like its own program, so it's gonna go and find the most like the best clips out of the video, and then just highlight it and pull it out for me and automatically upload it to YouTube. So like I'm having him work on a lot of stuff. So like I want to see if maybe I can do this on my side, and then he could just like refine it, so I'm not overloading his plate too much.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But yeah, this is sick. I love this.
Yeah, that way he's not the bottleneck, right? That way, if he's like, it just doesn't work, you're like, wait a second, I know enough about AI. I know it does work. So basically, this is the final thing that it's giving you. So it does have a cool little interaction that you can tell it what your goal is in terms of revenue, and if you're there or not. Tells you your different ROI, your different margin. Click around, gives you a little more stuff. And that's it. And that was 1, 2, 3 prompts to make this. That's it. And done. So it's simplistic, but like we're not trying to recreate the wheel here. Like there's a saying in Amazon with Lean Six Sigma, which is called your happy path. Basically, you should be able to draw your entire workflow from start to end with just an arrow with different boxes, yes and no. And so if it doesn't go along the happy path, that's when you start to like get into chaos. So just basically think like, hey, there's only a couple numbers that you need to know. I need to know what my margin is, what my ROI is, how fast do I get my cash, where's all my money, where are all my units? Do I price up? Do I price down? If there's any errors in terms of discrepancies, did everything arrive to the shipping? Like that's it. Everything else, and now you start to get into minute details. Like if you want to, like I track all my cash back, right? I know exactly to the penny what items I got cash back for, what items I didn't get cash back for. So you can start to go lower and lower. For anybody who wasn't on the call with Miles, how are you able to track that cash back on the credit card points? Yeah, so the way I do that is for your actual credit cards, you can't connect Claude to your banking institutions. They won't let you. OpenAI does. So do with that what you will. But Claude doesn't. So what I do is I use Monarch, which is a third-party software that pulls all my banks into one software. And then I just connect my Claude to my Monarch with a token. And then for your cashback, you can do that exact same token. You go into inspect elements, you take the token as if you are already inside that session. And you do that for all your cashback portals. So you can read it. How funny. I just went on Monarch website and like Capital One just gave me earn $20 when you spend $20 on Monarch. Don't mind if I do. Oh, don't mind if I do. I also have a code for you for 50% off if you want to use it. That's even better. Send it over. Yeah. Hey. I'll do it after the call. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So what else? What other questions? Anything else? Tony, you got to drop some knowledge. You got to drop a little something.
I'm just fanboying over here because I was blown away by this and I want to see everyone else's reaction.
Tony has some really cool stuff. Tony, if you want to share anything.
See, Tony's a Chad.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go, Tony.
One of the cool things about Michael's school is that he gives an opportunity to showcase and encourages other people to like modify their dashboard and share different ideas. And so I went off on a different tangent because he gave me the baseline in terms of access on the API because you pull the data from there, right? And so if you can pull the data, then you can just read and manipulate however. And so my big thing was, and he does it in his dashboard, is how much of my inventory is stagnant. For me, it was, I think on Aura, I didn't really have a good way of telling me like how many ASINs in my inventory haven't sold a single unit in 30 days. Because it's kind of like I gave Aura the shot to reprice it and like it didn't work. And I'm like, no, I got to get more aggressive because that payback period, everything with that payback period has to do with compounding. The more times you can compound in a single year, you can achieve the same result. Like let's say a 25% ROI is the same thing as 100% ROI. You just have to do it 4 times. But like you need to get the money back because one of the big things with that is just opportunity cost, kind of what it's called. But for me, let me see if I can bring up the dashboard because I made an artifact for it and I was tinkering with it earlier. And I have to use my Claude code to call it because I suck. And he has a cool thing that I'm tinkering on the computer over here. He has a cool thing like presenter mode, so it like obfuscates the data.
And actually, you know what I'm kind of thinking? Would it be possible to like make a repricer inside? So like it's just auto repricing?
Yes, I haven't done that yet, only because I use Aura and I understand that they use game theory behind it, and it's a little more complex than meets the eye. I just haven't seen it as the actual like pain point at the moment, but I've already talked to Tony about it. That's in the works.
Because I was going to say,
yeah,
like if you could save the cost of repricing and just have it, dude.
Honestly, it's going to get to the point where you're not going to need software from any third-party people. Like honestly, you're gonna be your own developer. Once you have a cloud, you're gonna have one Claude code or one OpenAI subscription, and that's it.
Mamma mia.
Yeah,
I think I'm what's called showing, right?
Yeah.
I have demo mode, but for me, I have a saying like purchasing makes you the money, admin keeps the money because you have leakage that manifests itself in a bunch of different ways, and so I kind of went in that direction in terms of the dashboard because these are just kind of some of the ways that it can manifest itself. Like account health, like you can have just stuff that's like, I want to see it at a glance. If nothing's going wrong, then it's collapsed by default for me. I do FBA, so I have my metrics here, but like none of this matters to me because I'm not doing merchant fulfilled. But since it's available in the reports, I want to pull it. And so I literally pull every report. I had done a thing on managed sourcing costs. And what ends up happening is that like in my case, I think they reimbursed me like $3 and it was technically should have been 10. And so now I have it like sync up to my sourcing costs and be like, hey, there's this gap here. So if you ever have stuff get reimbursed, it's going to come up short, like close the gap so you don't lose that money. 60-day refunds. What ends up happening is if you refund on a customer, they're supposed to send it back to Amazon and it's either supposed to be added back to your inventory or it's supposed to come back to you. If that doesn't happen, they're supposed to reimburse you by day 61. If that doesn't happen, I'm looking for that now. I'm pulling the reports to flag that because they've done that. Big weenies. And that's like the same thing with 60-day refund watch list. Removal audit. I've had things where I have automated removals and sometimes they'll cancel something and they don't add it back to inventory and I catch them on that and be like, hey, where'd it go? And so like I have a watch list type deal. Forbidden data. Yeah. So like I have all these, like these haven't aged out yet. Like they're 3 days away from like me contesting it. And so I see like the pipeline coming down. Stranded inventory, same thing. Like you just don't want stuff sitting. Like I have this big problem that I need to actually fix. They're charging me $800 because like I did some shenanigans and it was their fault. But now I know it's there and like I need to chase it down because otherwise I'm out of pocket. I think Sellerboard does this. The fees can change on the item and the fulfillment side. Like it can charge you $3 every sale, but it could go up to like $5 for whatever reason someone changes dimensions. And you want to be aware of that because you start getting overcharged and you tell them to remeasure it and be like, hey, like reimburse me for everything. Age surcharge is just another way of saying like your inventory is going to the next bracket, like 90 days, 180 days. Because for me, I want stuff to turn over like every 45 days in a perfect world. And so like if I see that, I can stay on top of it. Inbound shortages. I talked to Stanty about this, but basically like if you send 100 units in and only 99 show up, like this is looking at that account wide now and you have to go like chase it. And like I have it like literally do case text right here. Like, oh, I'm not good. I'm wondering if this was going to populate real data, but like I can just copy paste this as a case text and like open the case on Amazon, click the button, it'll open up the ticket and it just copy paste. But like there's just all these ways you can lose money, dude. And like if you don't know it, I think half the battle is just knowing. Like you don't know what you don't know. And like once you're aware of it, you can pull the reports and you automate it, put it in a dashboard, and you're just like boom, 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 boom. That's my little spiel. I don't want
That's
Steal the
awesome.
show.
Yeah.
But there's so many directions. To Michael's point, like whatever pain point you have, like just customize it. He gives you the good foundation and the base, and then you're just like, okay, let's change it.
Dude, literally, meanwhile we're doing this, I'm actively doing Monarch and everything on the back end. And I was gonna say, Mike, for the Monarch, the link only gives you a for core, like the 50% off core. It doesn't give it for the business.
Yes, the business is more. You don't need to use the business plan is like a new plan that they gave that they like charge more. Core is just like the standard one. You don't need the business. You can do the business one. I don't do the business one. I just have everything in there like without it. But if you do the business one, that's fine too.
But wait, how do you how do you link the business credit cards? And it works with core?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good to know. So I can save some money.
Yeah. So what happens is that with the business one, it will like change everything for you, and it will say like, hey, here's your personal spending and here's your business spending. With the core one, it won't differentiate it for you. But I was just saving a couple of bucks because I just needed to pull the information for me. I have Claude do everything else for me.
That's sick. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Perfect. And do we have any questions from it? Because I see we have some viewers over there. Do you have any questions for? Oh, there's a Claude referral link too. Sheesh.
Yeah, apparently I only have 3. Everyone only has 3 guest passes to give out, apparently. So first come, first serve. Yeah, what's cool, I'll mention this, just because it's funny. I feel like we've covered everything from how to get more capital, except for we haven't talked about how to get more like apply for credit cards. But basically, we covered everything that has to do with admin, sourcing, buying. And so the last thing is, if you want to like scrape data, then Tony's cool for that. Yeah. Tony has his own thing where he teaches you how to scrape from outside of Amazon to inside of Amazon. So I do from inside outside. He does outside inside, in case you guys are interested. Just in case, like, I feel like it rounds it out.
Yeah. I love that you mentioned that. I call it like supply side sourcing or demand side sourcing.
Yep.
And it's like you're either starting at the product and hoping you match to an ASIN, or you're starting at the ASIN and you're looking for the product. Both have their strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly.
That's amazing. All right. Any final questions? If not, I'll stop the stream, and then I do have more questions to ask off stream.
Okay. Some secret questions.
Some secret questions. So let's see. Secret chat. All right. No more questions. So ending stream.